Okay, in this problem, we're going to find the probability of a type 2 error given the following information listed at the top. So the first thing that we need to do is identify the level of significance. And as you can see from our given information, the level of significance is 0.05. So the next step is we need to determine the critical value. Since our null is the probability that the mean is less than or equal to 30, then this would be a one-tailed test. And the rejection area would be in the upper tail. So we need to find our critical mean, so we would use the following information. So we need to find our critical value for z if alpha is 0.05, and if you look that up, the z critical value would be 1.645. So now we can figure out what our critical mean is. And we do that by using the following. We say the hypothesis mean, which is 30, plus our critical value, which is 1.645, times our population standard deviation. And that is 5, that's given in the problem, divided by the square root of n, which is given in the problem, which is 44. So when you calculate that, you will get our critical mean value for 0.05 would be 31.24. So now that we have found our critical value, the null will be rejected if our mean is greater than 31.24. Okay, so I'm going to erase this here and rewrite this real quick. I believe we did 30. Plus our 1.645 times 5 over the square root of 44. And when we calculate that, we got our critical mean was 31.24. So if our mean is greater than this value, if our sample mean is greater than this, we're going to reject it. So now let's calculate our z value, and we take our critical mean, which is 31.24, minus our actual mean, which was 31. I circled it at the top, and we divide it by 5 over the square root of 44. So if you put that in your calculator, you would get 0.32 for z. And then we need to look on our normal table and see what the probability that z would be less than 0.32. So if you look that up on your standard normal table, you would actually get 0.6255. So the probability of committing a type 2 error would be 0.6255. And let's go over what a type 2 error is one more time. And this is when you commit a type 2 error, is when the null hypothesis is not rejected when it is false and should have been rejected. So we didn't reject the null. The probability of not rejecting the null when we should have rejected the null would be 0.6255.